Today, I have the privilege of taking some time just to share with you a little bit about Atomy. If you are brand new, if this is your first time you're attending, then I have some information for you that may perhaps help you to relook at what you want to do for your life and perhaps give you an opportunity to change your future. And that's what I want to do. And for those that have been here many times and have heard me many times, I believe that you will still get something out of my lecture over and over again, because we can only remember so much every time we listen to someone who speaks to us. So today I'm going to go over again Atomy. We call this the Atomy A to Z lecture. Why A to Z? Because we're going down from the basics of Atomy. So I'm not going to go into details of the compensation plan. I'm not going into details of the products or anything like that. I'm just going to share with you the big picture about Atomy, why this is a company each of you should take some time to at least consider reviewing it, investigating into it, because for me, it has changed my life and my outlook for my future. So let's begin. I'll start by introducing a little bit about myself. So my name is Stevie Chong, and for many years, I worked in this kind of an institution called the bank. I've been a banker in Canada for over 20 years with one of the big 5 banks in Canada. And through that number of years that I've worked in the bank, I've learned a lot of things about finances, about businesses, and so on. In the field of business, I actually was a small business lender. I give out small business loans to businesses. Now, while it's called a small business loan, for some reason, the bank trusts me enough. My lending limit for that small business lending was up to 10 million Canadian dollars. So that's quite a lot of money, responsibility to be lending out to people. And because of that, I had to learn a lot about businesses. What makes some work, what makes some doesn't work. And of course, for me is when I decided to leave the bank, why? Because I decided I wanted to go out and start my own business. Now, many people will ask me, Stevie, are you crazy? You have looked after businesses lending for a long time. Are you telling me that every loan I gave out for small businesses all worked out well? And I'll tell you that that's not true. In fact, many of the loans that I gave out to small businesses had trouble with it. Not because I was bad at judging, but because it's tough to start a business and keep the business running. And many of you realize that. And that's why so many of us wants to start a business, but dare not go into that field. But I decided that I should go into business for myself. And there are various reasons. One of the biggest thing for me is that I wanted to be able to leave the banking world and yet not lose the income I made when I was with the bank. Even though the bank gives most of its employees a pension, we all have a pension, that pension is really very small. If you think about it, for those who have retired and got a pension, you realize that your income is suddenly cut by at least 1/3, if not 2/3. And so you're down to 1/3 of your income or 2/3 of your income. And we are not used to that. We wanted to go back to that. And that's one of the reasons why I decided I should start a business so that I can build myself up and be able to perhaps make more than when I was in the bank. Is that possible? The other reason I wanted to start a business was that I always, when I was younger, when I first came to Canada, my goal was to become one of the chief executives in a bank. Now, I didn't reach there for the bank, but I could at least now be an executive or CEO of my own company. And it was because of this direction that I took that I found this company called Atomy. And so that's why I'm sharing with you today some information about Atomy, why I chose it, and why I believe Atomy has the potential for you to really get moving in the business world. So let's start by talking a little bit about if you wanted to start a business today, what kind of business would you really start? What should you be looking at? So the last short while, the pandemic has brought a lot of reality into the business world. The traditional businesses, what we call offline businesses, so places where you go there to the restaurant to buy food, sit down and eat in the restaurant, or to go to a place to shop for clothes, or to shop for anything in a physical store, has become a big challenge during the pandemic. In fact, many businesses have closed, and some of your favorite stores probably have closed too, not because they want to, but because the world of business has changed. And we ourselves have moved forward in terms of how we want to buy stuff. Now, before the pandemic, many of us never shop online. I'm sure some of you have never ordered food online. I've never done any of these things online. But when the pandemic hit, for some reason, many of my friends who are challenged with the iPhone or the phone that they say they don't know how to order, learned how to do that very quickly. And that's the thing. So the offline business has become a very tough world to go into. What about the online business? On the other hand, you hear that companies like Amazon, full online platform, has grown by leaps and bounds, and their business have actually expanded tremendously. And in Canada, Shopify has become an even bigger name than anything else. That's the online business. So now, if I ask you again that question, what kind of business, in this sense of online, offline, I think all of you would choose online business. So what is an online business? Basically, online business means you have everything on a website. People go there, they shop from there. Now, the stats that I have here was back in January 2020, before the pandemic. And already, you see in this percentage that 53% of people are already shopping online. The numbers has changed dramatically since the pandemic. Today, 85% of Canadians indicated that they are, Canadians, not the world, but Canadians have indicated that they are shopping online versus offline. Now, if that's what the world is coming to become, what would you start as a business? Definitely we consider online. Now, why does this online business become so powerful and was able to expand so quickly and make the pandemic less painful for all of us? Because of this thing called Wi-Fi. This little green thing with the little lines around it was a logo that many of us are not familiar with. 20 years ago, you ask people what that is, they'll look at it and say, what's that? Because that was my question when I first got a cell phone and I needed Wi-Fi. And that became my question as to what it is. But that's your Wi-Fi. And this whole thing falls into what we call the Internet of Things. And this Internet of Things have been driving the possibility of online shopping tremendously. And therefore, right now, the technology is there for us to open an online store. But the biggest technology that has made online possible is this one thing known as your smartphone. This mobile device now is more than just a phone. Although we still call it a phone, it is really no longer a phone. It's actually a mini computer that you hold in your hand. And this has become so important as part of our lives that many of my friends here on this Zoom and many of you who are out there who has a smartphone will declare that I cannot live without it because your whole life is on it. Your contacts are there, your driving, going from point A to point B comes through your phone and everything else comes through your phone. That's your life. Now, this whole thing about the phone has become so big that all the online platforms have an app or so that you can use. And I want everyone here to know that Atomy also has an online app that you can download onto your phone and shop directly from your phone as well. Now, this phone has become so part of our lives that economists have come up with a term for all of us. What do they call us now? Phono sapiens. We are no longer Homo sapiens. You see the picture change from the man with a spear to the man with a phone. That's what we are. Actually, that is that picture about the man with the phone is a bit off because most of us don't hold the phone upright. We hold the phone bending down. So someone has a joke that we are going back to the year of the 8s, where we are bending forward again. Hopefully not. Okay, so let's not get to there. But this term Phono sapiens was a term coined by The Economist, this magazine. And they actually have an article that's called The Planet of the Phones. And this was done in 2019, late 2019, early 2020, when they did this article, when they did this cover. And they predicted at that time that by 2020, 80% of the world adult would be using a computer on their hand. Is that true? The pandemic has definitely moved this whole phone thing to the next level. And I believe everyone that's in this call, all 80 plus of you, or 80 plus of you are, or actually 100 people are actually using a device like that. Now, if this is the way the world is going, what are you going to do for business? You want to start a platform business, which is an online business, because that's basically what an online business is all about. You create a platform that will connect consumers on the left to manufacturers on the right, or producers of goods on the right. And this picture gives you a perfect picture of what an online business means. There is a platform. So whether it be Amazon, whether it be Airbnb, whether it be Expedia, whether it be just your Gap store, or whether it be your most favorite shop that you go to, they have a platform that you go to that you can buy, look at stuff and buy from there, and you spend money on that shop. And at the same time, on that platform, the producers will put all their products there for you to choose and buy. This is all only possible because of Wi-Fi. You see all the phones and all the tablets that are at the bottom of that picture. But who makes the most money on this platform, on this situation, in this kind of a business? I would say the main people who make the most money would be those that own the platform. So if you are starting a business right now, you need to own a platform. And this platform ownership is very important. Now, can I do that? Stevie, are you proposing that Atomy is a platform? So let's take a look at Atomy itself. We are a platform, albeit Atomy is in the middle as that platform. When you partner with Atomy, you actually have owned this platform yourself. And on this platform, there will be products that are already there for you, and your consumers can go in and purchase. And thereby, Atomy gives you an entry into the online business world. Are you excited now? I am. When I first heard about this, I said, gee, I get to own a platform. Now the question is, can this platform work for me? That's the question. Because there are so many competitors out there. Can I beat Amazon? Can I challenge all the other platforms that are out there? If you're in Asia, you get 100 other platforms, Lazada, QQQ10, and all these other platforms. Sometimes I've never heard of it, because when I went back to Singapore to visit my relatives and my friends, there was no Amazon in Singapore. There was Lazada, there was QQ10, that was selling like Amazon. Now, there is a lot of competition. So what can we do? Atomy has thought ahead and said, we are not offering you just a regular platform business. We are offering you what we call a post-platform business. Now, what is a post-platform business? It is a business that involves two economies that at times doesn't seem to be able to go along. One is called the sharing economy. The other one is called the partnering economy. Now, let me give you a picture of what this looks like. So here we go. In the middle, we have Atomy as that platform. We still have producers on one side, right? And we also have consumers on the other side. Let's talk a little bit about this partnering, sharing economy. How does Atomy change this platform so that I have a partnering and sharing economy with all my producers, the people who supply products to Atomy? or people who manufactures products for Atomy. Because Atomy doesn't manufacture any products. We go out and seek for partners. So number one, all these manufacturers are our partners. They are not just our suppliers, but partners. That's number one. Number two, Atomy says that because you are our partner, whenever our orders, you deliver our orders to us, we will pay you within 7 business days in cash. Now that's unheard of in this world of distribution. Like a manufacturer would never expect someone who gets their products to pay within 7 days in cash. It's really unheard of. In my banking world, lending money to businesses, I advise my clients to take as long as they can to pay. Why? So that they have time to have more cash flow. Atomy, on the other hand, says, I have enough cash flow to be able to pay you within 7 days. That's number one of partnering economy. And Atomy also says, I will share with you my profits that I have by helping you to give you interest-free loans whenever you need to increase your operating expenses to meet Atomy's demands for products. Now that's a sharing, partnering economy on this side. But you say, okay, so that is different, but not every other company could do that too. I agree. But what have we changed on the other side? Under the consumer side, we no longer just have consumers spending money. We are advising consumers that when you shop on Atomy products and you use the products, you are going to get really, really good products that you want to share with your friends and family. Not only is the quality good, but the price is unbelievably low for the quality they are getting. And so you go and share. And when you share Atomy products with friends and relatives in your group, Atomy says, I'm going to pay you a commission. And this commission paying is not just a rebate. I know that we have used the word rebate very often, but this commission could become your income, your lifetime residual income, an income that will keep coming in because of this structure. And if that's the case, then this is no longer a small business Atomy is offering you. Because in this whole structure of this post-platform business, sharing, partnering economy, the people who makes money, the manufacturers does make money. Atomy itself will make money because it's the platform. And every consumer in Atomy not only spends money, but converts their spending into money as well. That is the power of Atomy system. And later on, as I go through it, maybe you understand a little bit more about this absolutely post-platform business that we have. And Atomy is moving forward from this post-platform business to what is called a personal platform business, where you completely own Atomy platform yourself with your name on it, and you can send out that link to people and they'll click on and go directly to Stevie's Atomy platform and purchase products from there. That's the future. That's the coming future. Now, this being the case, then, you ask me, you say, okay, Stevie, this all looks good, but what kind of company is Atomy? So let me share with you some facts here about Atomy. Number one, Atomy is already operating in 23 countries. Now, 23 countries, what are these countries? Are they small, nameless countries? So is Canada small? Is US small? Is China small? Is India small? Is Japan a small country? What about all the other that we are approaching into the European Union? Is UK a small country? We are operating in 23 different countries right now with legitimate business model that these countries have accepted. That's where we are. Secondly, in 2020, our global sales was $1.73 billion. In 2021, I don't have the actual figures yet, but right now we are standing at over $2 billion in global sales. Now, to reach a sales of $2 billion is huge. Not very many companies can do that. And for me, as a banker, when I look at the numbers of Atomy, the products are so well priced that for it to get to 2 billion, it must be selling and reselling a lot of products. And that's why I believe the residual income in Atomy is truly possible. Plus, right now, Atomy has already 15 million members worldwide. What's the population right now? 7.5 billion people. We are still a small drop in the bucket. But this is a huge number for you to start your business. And then finally, we have products that are manufactured and researched and developed by an organization called the Atomy Korea Atomic Energy Research Institute. This company is the South Korean NASA comparable to US. So if you talk about US, the most famous research facility is NASA. And KARI, or Korea Atomic Energy Research Institute, is the equivalent of NASA to US. And in the world of government research facilities, the Korea Atomic Energy Research Institute is among the top 3 countries in the world. And I want to share with you is that our skincare products and our Hemohim and most of our supplements, health supplements, are all researched and developed by this organization. With this kind of backing that is funded by the government, the South Korean government, our products are definitely the best in the market, if not comparable, for have the stamp of an official government agency to say that our products are good. So that's one part of Atomy. You say, okay, this sounds really, really good. But what about management? How does Atomy management matches up with everybody else? Because Stevie, I guess one of the things when you lend money is whether the management, the people can manage the company. Now, if you look at these 4 people here featured on Fortune magazine, you may know them. They're well-known people. What happens? What is it if your company CEO or chairman is also featured on this Fortune magazine? It could only mean one thing. That person is changing history, number one. Number two, that person is really on the edge of starting something irresistible in the business world. And this person is none other than our current chairman, Mr. Hung Gyu Park, also the founder of Atomy, and started as CEO and now became chairman now. He was featured in Fortune magazine, not once, but twice. 2 times over the last 4 years. Now, there must be something that this magazine found his way of running the business of Atomy, how Atomy is growing, has caused them to want to feature him, not once, but twice. Because the company has grown from the first time they interviewed him, and this second time when they interviewed him, they were totally impressed by where this company is going. So now that you have heard a little bit about the management of aspect of Atomy, with a leader like that behind it, the future is established. And there's a great chance for this company to move forward with a great potential. And of course, as a banker, I always look at sales because sales is important. Without the sales, there's no revenue. Without the revenue, you can't run the company. And without the revenue, I can't pay all these consumers that are sharing products for me. And so if you look at the sales of Atomy over the last 10, 11 years now, you will find that we started the first year of operation in Atomy was 2009 to 2010. That by 2010, our sales already reached 73 million US dollars. Now that is not a small number for sales, especially if you look at the pricing of Atomy products. It's unbelievable. When we sell toothbrushes at $1 each, and we could sell so much in sales, that's unbelievable. So that's what we have done in the terms of sales. So now you look at me and say, Stevie, all these facts sounds good. This company, okay, I'm going to take a look at it. And I will ask you to really really take time to investigate into the background of this company, what it is. You can check it out on Atomy's global website, or you can go to third party and find out whether there are any negative remarks about this company. But tonight, I also want to take time to share with you 3 objective reasons why you need to consider Atomy, and why these 3 objective reasons can help you, are reasons that you can succeed with Atomy. The first one I want to talk about is about products. The second is marketing plan. And the third is a system to let you succeed. So let's talk about products first of all. These are the products that you will find in Atomy. This animation describes some of the products that you use every single day. I hope everyone uses toothbrush, toothpaste every day. I believe everyone in Canada will, unless you are in perhaps a place where toothbrush is hard to come by. You may still be using a tree bark. Not that that is bad, but at the end of the day, toothbrush is still your preferred tool. So toothbrush comes with toothpaste. You bathe, you shower, you use soap. Even the natives use some kind of soap. So we need that as well. We use skincare, we use facial, we wash our face, we wash our dishes, we wash our laundry. We have snacks, coffee, tea, snacks. We do all those. Those are the necessities of life. We can't do without them. If we don't buy from Atomy, we'll buy from, in Canada, Walmart or Costco. In other countries, it may be Tesco, it may be some other places that you buy your daily necessities, or in the market. But if you can get your necessities from a company that says, I can turn your spending into income, won't you consider that? And the next thing is that if these products really offered to you are absolutely high quality and at a price that you can't resist, a mass pricing. So we call this strategy the masstige strategy, where we give you the opportunity to actually use prestigious products. When I talk about prestigious, I'm talking, for example, skincare in comparison to products like La Mer, to products like Estee Lauder, to products produced by Lancome. That's the quality we are talking about. And the price, 1/10 of those, perhaps more, perhaps much less than that. 1/10 of those same equivalent quality products we're able to offer to you at the absolute price. If that's the case, if all our products are able to do that, do you have a business? That's the first thing you need to consider. And not only that, Atomy says, I'm going to add new products. I will curate for you. I will go out into the world to find the best products that can go into your online shopping mall. The best products, I'll find it for you. Because Atomy aims to become a brand that you can trust and use. That's what you mean by Atomy being your curator. Imagine owning a platform where you don't have the headaches of looking for products. Imagine you have an online shopping mall where the stock is done for you. An online shopping mall where the pricing is really the best possible. Will people keep coming back? Just think about it. Will people keep buying again and again? And one way to indicate whether the product quality is good or not is the return rate of products. And this return rate in Atomy is only 0.19%. So when I first saw the stat 0. I said, okay, so that's great. What is it compared to? And here there is a comparison. Of the top 30 companies in Korea that sell similar products, the average return rate for these top companies are 3.3%. How low is Atomy? Less than 0.25%. That indicates that these products are really, really good, and therefore offers a great product that people buy and never return. So I've talked a little bit about products and their quality and so on. But the other thing is, what about the technology behind products? We do not just put products on. We go through research technology to ensure that these products are well, but we don't have to pay for it because Atomy goes through ATOMY B&H, which is a partner of Atomy. And they help us to look after our skincare products as well as our health products. Now, with such a partnership with all these various companies that love Atomy and give Atomy its best efforts to give us the best products, then can you really find somewhere where we can get the best products? And not only that, Atomy says, I'll go out globally to source for the best products and then place it on our website, Atomy website, so that your own personal platform will have global source products of global quality to be sold globally. So you say, and you tell me, you say, Stevie, all this sounds really good. I like the concept about everyday needs products. So how can I really do this business? How do I start this business? And Atomy, here's a very straightforward picture. Before you even start Atomy as a business, the first thing you need to do is be a consumer. Because I will tell you that in all my lending money to businesses is that everybody who starts a business has to know what products they are offering to the public. If you don't know what's being offered by your business, how are you going to promote it? How are you going to tell people, hey, come to my business, come to shop on my platform because it carries great products when you have not used it? You need to be a consumer first. So before you even think about being a business person with Atomy or partner with Atomy, become a consumer. Use the products. And if the products are good enough, you change everything in your household to Atomy, you become a loyal consumer of Atomy. Then what you do is, as a loyal consumer of Atomy, what would you do next? You're going to start sharing the products you use with your friends, your neighbors, your relatives. Why? Because you want to sell them something? No, because you've used something great. I cannot help. I got to tell them that my face glows because of this product, that my face looks so different because of the products. That's what you become as a loyal consumer. Then Atomy says, as you share this with your friends, your relatives, your neighbors, and so on, Atomy says, now we would also give you back a commission. And you receive general commission. And from there, you become what you call a true business partner. You go on to achieve the mastership levels in Atomy, and you become an Atomy true business partner. So that's what you do when you start. And that's related to just our products. So we have covered products. I hope that gives you an idea as to why you want to do Atomy. Next thing is a little bit about marketing plan. Because the thing is that you say, okay, Stevie, I can understand the platform. I can understand that there's products on my platform. How do I make money? It's very important that the marketing plan is something that you can understand, number one. And number two, it's easy for you to work on. Okay, and better still, if this marketing plan doesn't require a degree, doesn't require extreme education, doesn't require experience, doesn't require a lot of requirements. Can this really happen? So let's talk a little bit about this marketing plan. The whole Atomy market plan aims at making the business a very easy business. And the next thing is, through this business, Atomy aim is to redistribute the balance of wealth, because we have a maximum limit. And let's see how all this makes sense for you. First of all, when I found Atomy, I couldn't believe that there was such a thing as a zero risk opportunity. Zero risk. That means when I look at this opportunity, I do not have to worry about my pocket. Because one of my challenges when I wanted to find a business was, how much would it cost me to partner with someone? Because for me to start on my own, and even an online business on my own, to start a platform, to create a platform on my own, to source for products, to do all the things required to set one up, will take me time, money, and resources, which I don't have a lot of when I left the bank. So I have a short time to get everything going. and it cannot cost me too much because my money is important for my retirement. I can't afford to put in 100K, 200K, or even 400,000 into a business. So when I first saw this, I said zero risk opportunity. What does it mean? Number one, there's no fees to join Atomy. Either as a consumer or as a business partner, there is no fee. Because as a consumer, you can buy whatever you want. And we don't have this starter package for business people, which many other companies that you have come across would have asked you for. We don't have any of those. Number two, we don't even have an automatic reordering system that forces you to buy products every month. Why doesn't Atomy implement that? Because we believe so strongly that our products are of such great quality and the price is so good that you would automatically rebuy it when you finish it. There's no reason not to buy from Atomy again. The third thing that's zero risk is you don't even need to start a store to try and get rid of your Atomy products. Because why? Your online business. You don't have any reason to stock tons of products in your basement. And we don't have the automatic reordering that costs you to keep bringing in goods, whether you finish or not, to stock in your basement. You don't need that. And lastly, is that there's no annual fee, no monthly fee, and no sales quota. So if you don't want to do this as a business, fine. Become a member. Be able to get access to Atomy absolute quality products at absolute price. So this is truly a zero risk opportunity. And it took me some time to believe it. And when I went into detail about it, this is truly real. For sure, I've been in Atomy for 5 years. I haven't had to pay an annual fee. I have not had to be forced to buy anything. Now, this whole concept, you asked me then, Stevie, how does it work? It works on a point system. Everybody now knows how to collect points. Today, I went to McDonald's, got my free fries because you guys know Raptors won, right? Scored enough points for free fries. I get my free fries and I bought a coffee. That coffee cost me $1, but it gives me 300 points to go into my account. I save those points, I can get another free fry or free coffee. That's what points collection is all about. We are familiar with that. And Atomy is no different. We use the same concept because it's easy to understand. Every time you buy products through your own ID, you accumulate points for yourself. The people that you invite to join Atomy with you to use Atomy products, when they buy Atomy products, they collect their own points. Now, these points are important, and I'll tell you later on what they are. Now, Atomy compensation plan uses a very simple system. In fact, the simplest of all network marketing systems. That's the binary system. There are many other systems, which I'm going to mention, I'm not going into detail. There is the matrix system, there's the 3x3, 4x4, 7 front lines, 10 front lines, all different systems that are out there. The simplest of which is binary. What does binary means? You need to have two teams. A team and a B team, or a left team and a right team. That's the easiest to understand binary, a left and right team. Who are they comprised of? They're comprised of your friends, your relatives, people, your neighbors, and so on that you invite to join Atomy. You place them into your left and right team. They themselves, when they bring more people in, they place it into your left or right team. That's up to them, by their own left and right team. If you don't have anybody on one side, you won't get commission. So you need at least one person, two people, person on the left, person on the right, to draw commission. The second thing to qualify for commission is that you must personally have at least 10,000 PV for yourself. Without that, again, you get no commission. Because think about it, if you started a business and you don't even buy a single product, could you really be able to talk to people about the products and earn a commission? No. So at least 10,000 points, which is equivalent to 2 boxes of toothbrushes. All right, that's what that is then. What else? So this binary system means that all you have to do is to build 2 teams. Focus on 2 straight lines now. A team on the left and a team on the right. But the wonderful thing about this left and right team is that you can go all the way to unlimited levels. What is important about unlimited levels? As I said just now, every person in your team that uses Atomy products, their points are added together by Atomy's computer on your left and right side to give you commission. If we were to cut off the number of people in your team up to certain levels, then you will find that you have less chance of making commission. Atomy says, I don't care how deep or how wide your organization grows. As long as it is from you, the two lines go straight down, you will be able to accumulate all those points for your commission. The next thing is unique to Atomy is that we have one global server that allows you to recruit or to invite any of your friends worldwide to join into your left or your right team. And as they join in, they use products as well from Atomy, and their points also counts towards your commission. So everyone understands this so far. That's important. Okay, so understand this picture. Two lines, two teams, a team on the left, a team on the right. Everyone in your team uses products. You use products as well. Together, all these points will count towards your commission. So I've talked about this already. I'm not going to go back to there. I'm going to skip this one too, because, okay, here we go. So how do you make commission? The first thing is that as you use Atomy products, you collect points. Now, the first level for you to get commission is when your left team accumulates 300,000 points and your right team accumulates 300,000 points. When there's 300 on the left, 300 on the right, you will get commission. Let's take a look at this picture. Someone on your right team, someone or some people on your right team bought on the 24th of June a total of 54,600 points. Then the next day, someone else bought something in your right team. Now your right team has 109,000 points. I said, my left team, your left team hasn't done anything for the last 2 days, okay? So what happens? Nothing. Atomy computers just keep on looking at how many points you have on your left and right team. Come the 26th, someone on the left team bought 130,000. Maybe a number of people in the team all adds up 130,000. And then nobody bought anything. On the 27th, on the 28th of June, another person or another group of person bought 130,000 points of products. That adds up to 260,000 on your left. Your right hasn't changed since the 25th of June. So what happens to all the points? Atomy says, don't worry about it. We're keeping score for you. Sooner or later, on the 30th, someone on your right team purchased enough points to push you up to 300,000. Then you say, okay, so what happens? It waits until your left team, which is now not at 300,000, to get to 300,000. When that gets to 300,000, which in this case, 390,000, you get paid $70. Because now you have been able to match 300, 300. As long as the smaller side gets to 300,000, you will get paid. And this $70, many people tell me, say, Stevie, is too little. And I do say, $70 is too little to quit. And can you imagine being able to get the $70 every single day? Because your team grows. And I said, it goes to unlimited levels. So the more people added to your left and right team, the more products they will use, the more accumulation you'll get. And soon, every day, you could be matching 300, 300 and get $70. That comes up to a month of roughly $1,800, $1,800 to $2,000 a month. And do you think that will stop once you hit that regularly? No, it won't stop, because these people are buying. And when they buy, they are going to rebuy. Remember, the return rate is really, really low. So when people buy, they're going to use again and again and again. Sooner or later, you are going to buy more products. You'll get to 700,000 points. Now you can even match at 700 points on the left team and 700 points on the right team. If you can do this every single day, and now you'll be earning a residual income of $4,000 every month. And so on, because you're going to continue to use products, your points will go up to 1.5 million, and then you can match 1.5, and get $300. Perhaps your team will grow so big that every day you match 300,000. And it goes on to 2.4 million for yourself, and you can also match 2.4, 2.4. Anyone who's good at math will look at $450. If you can match it every day, you'll be making $10,000 a month. Is that okay? Is that good enough for you? Not enough? Let's see. Can you get more? Yes, you can. Because Atomy says you can continue to match at 6 million. You can continue to match at 20 million. Oh, wait, Stevie, you didn't change the number for me. I stayed at 2.4 million. Well, that's the wonder of Atomy, the generosity of Atomy's compensation plan. You only need to collect enough for yourself at 2.4 million. You can stop totally collecting points for yourself. So what do? I still need to buy my Him. I still need to buy my absolute set. What do? Well, Atomy says buy from anybody's in your team. If you bought it at the bottom, last person in your team, that 130,000 for the absolute set would be given to everybody up the line from that person on all the way back to you for you to get a commission. So this is possible? Yes, this is possible. Because I've seen many Royal Masters matching 50 million points, 50 million points every day to make $1,500 a day. If you know that every day your bank account will have $1,500 in it, will that make you comfortable with life and with living? This, however, is the maximum we pay for general commission. And if this is not enough, don't do Atomy. Quit. Because we don't pay you anymore for general commission. Now, this is what makes Atomy's system very easy. Of course, we have more. We have the bonus system that allows you to draw more commission. I'm not going to go into that, but I'll tell you how easy Atomy business is. All you need to do is, first of all, be a product of your products. Use the products. Become the product, so that when people see you, they will remark, what did you do to your face? So 2 years ago, I went to Korea to visit Atomy head office. After that, I went to visit Singapore, my hometown. When I went there, my friends knew that I went to Korea. They look at me. The first thing they asked me is, Stevie, did you do anything in Korea? I said, what do you mean? I went to visit Korea. No. Did you do anything like facial, like a strong, good facial thing? I said, no, I couldn't afford that. No. I said, no, I didn't do that. But you really did, right? You look really young. That's a product of your products. Then what you need to do next is build two teams, a left and a right team. And you build what? A team of consumers. I'm not asking you to go and look for a business partner. I'm not asking you to look for anyone else, but just people who would use the same products as you do. And the products speak for itself. From these people who use the products, can you develop them into auto consumers? Auto consumers mean people who will share the products with their relatives, their friends, their neighbors, and so on. And they also know how to register people. But you get them, can you, from this group of auto consumers, if you have 50 of them on the left, 50 of them on the right, you're an auto sales master. That means you are going to have a residual income of at least $2,000 to $4,000 every month, regardless. Now, if you can get to there, then what do? Find 4 of these auto consumers and help them to become your partners, your actual business partners, and help them to duplicate what you have done. Build 2 teams, build a team of consumers, get auto consumers, get district partners. And this way, you will succeed in Atomy. That's the ease of this business. That's all there is to this business. Do you need any education qualification? No, because I think my explanation is, I find it so easy to explain because it is truly easy to understand. And finally, let's talk a little bit about system. System is very important for businesses because many people fail in businesses because they don't know what to do. And Atomy, when our chairman, Hang Kyu Park, started the company, he realized that people don't know what to do. he realized that every leader that comes into Atomy is going to have their own system that's going to make confusion among everybody. So he decided what I'll do is I will provide a company-led system that everybody will learn the same way and therefore be able to duplicate themselves a lot easier. And this is the system part that is important. For you to succeed, for me to succeed, I realized that since I've been at Atomy, I have never missed any Success Academy that's held in person in Canada. I have attended as many local center meetings like NDC meetings on this Zoom here. And when we open up, I want to go back to the center. In fact, tonight I'm speaking from the center because this is where we connect and link with people. And then I attend seminars. To what? To learn. Because there's so much to learn about this business. Even though I am a lender of business, I consider myself to be pretty well versed in business. I realize I need to grow. Because not only am I going to be a business person, I'm going to be a people leader. And there's so much to learn from that. And then we have global seminars where worldwide successful Atomy people, the Imperial Masters, the Royal Masters, all those that are already making $50,000 to $100,000 a month, they are there to help you to see their journey to success. Not help you to see what money they make and how much yacht they have, how much cars they have, no, but to help you to explain to you what made them successful, how did they do it? And each one has a different story for us to learn from. And that's the global seminar that allows us to truly learn about Atomy and its possibilities for you. This success system is important because if you want to learn how to make $100,000 a month, unless you already are making that and you know how, you definitely need some training and learning. The most important thing for these meetings for me is that I get to meet like-minded people. They reignite my passion for Atomy because there are times when I feel down, I feel frustrated with people sometimes, with team members, with the growth of my business. But when I meet like-minded people, I'm encouraged. My heart lightens up and I say, I can do this. Most importantly for me is also to be able to join successful mastermind groups. We have the ABR course now, where you have a chance to get together as a group to discuss about it, to learn much more about Atomy. Those are the training seminars that members can get access to, all for free. No cost to you. Are you taking advantage of that to do your business? This whole building of Atomy is based on one concept of working together, not just by yourself. If you had to do this by yourself, you probably need to be a little bit at education. You need to be maybe a natural born leader. Maybe you need to already have some expertise in network marketing and so on. But it doesn't. Because working together means that if I'm weak in an area, someone else could partner with me and help me out. I'm a pretty good speaker. You may not like to speak at all. But in this work together means that Stevie could speak for you. Stevie could speak for your team and help you to grow as well. This working together is a big thing for Atomy because Atomy believes, first of all, success is not just success to one person, but success is to your customers, your consumers. The next thing is we want to develop all the partnership that we have, whether it be between people, whether it be between companies, we want everybody to grow together. And finally, together, we can then make an impact on our community by sharing what we have with them. This whole work together gives us this thing called the super synergy of United Hearts. And this is one big reason why other companies cannot copy what Atomy is going to do. Because this super synergy of United Heart is built from the top down and from the bottom up. That's what that is. Growing together and winning together. So finally, I ask you all to consider Atomy, because when I looked at this from my own business, I found this to be truly an absolute opportunity. Zero risk, no startup costs, no ongoing costs. You have access to resources and technologies for products that you otherwise could not get access to. You also have the possibility of earning lifetime commission just by referring people to use Atomy products, not even having to sell a single product. Just refer people to use. If they don't want it, fine, next one. A true opportunity for what we call a passive or residual income, where your income can come in every single month, regardless of whatever it may be out there, whether it is pandemic, whether it is hailstorm, or whether it's snowstorm, the income keeps coming in. It is truly also an opportunity where your ID could be passed on down to your children, and then from your children to your grandchildren. A total of 3 generations, you, your children, and your grandchildren. Why do I do Atomy? Because through Atomy, I learned what is balanced life. My goal in life now is to achieve this balanced life, to be able to live well. Live well meaning that I have both health and wealth. You want both. You don't want to be healthy like Schwarzenegger and no money. You don't want to be really rich and have no health, lying in a hospital bed. You want both. And Atomy says, I will offer you both, health and wealth. And from there, it becomes easier to love everybody. No longer the need for envy. They got a better car than me. He drives a Tesla, I'm driving a whatever. I want that car. Can you do that? I want that Porsche. I want that whatever it is, Ferrari. Loving becomes easier. Learning, you can learn all that you want. And just also have the money and time to learn. Not so much the learning, but the money and time to do that learning. Finally, I want to be able to contribute, to give back to society. I want to be able to pick up that donation call and say, sure, put me down for 20 bucks. Doesn't matter how many people there are that calls me. Becomes an easy call to take. That's what this whole thing is all about for me. Achieving that balanced life. And in the end, this will give me an opportunity to do what I love best doing. That's teaching and sharing with people. And I have something great to worthwhile teaching and sharing with the world.